Signs she's watching you more closely than you think. Women are professional observers. When she's into you, she doesn't ask, she detects. Your confidence, your habits, even your wardrobe. Nothing escapes the silent scan. You didn't say a word, but your body was already having the conversation. That little smirk you made, the way you adjusted your shirt when she walked in, she caught it. Your energy, your flaws, your moves analyzed silently. But here's what most men never realize. A woman's attention is never random. If she's observing you quietly, consistently, and without announcing it, she's not just looking, she's studying you. And that's where the real story begins. Without saying a single word, you're about to discover the subtle, overlooked signs that a woman is quietly studying you, and not in a casual way. This isn't about pickup games or viral internet tricks. It's about decoding real emotional behavior that most grown men completely miss until it's too late. Each sign you're about to learn will peel back the layers of how she actually feels without her saying a word. And trust me, what you're about to hear today will change how you see women forever. Before we continue, let me give you one powerful hook. If a woman is observing you in silence, she already decided something about you long before you even noticed. The question is, what did she decide? Let's find out. Sign 1, she remembers the smallest details about you more than others. Most men make the mistake of thinking women only respond to grand gestures, flowers, dinners, compliments. But here's the truth. The real connection lives in the small, forgettable things, the ones you didn't even realize were memorable. If you told her weeks ago that you hate cinnamon in your coffee and she orders yours without it next time, that's not coincidence. That's intent. If she remembers your dog's name, the city you once mentioned in passing, or the fact that you're always 5 minutes early to everything, it means she's been paying attention to your world, not just your words. And here's where I'm going to expand your awareness. What to recognize instead. These details are her version of investment. She's storing data, not to use it against you, but to feel more connected to you than anyone else. This kind of memory isn't just about attraction. It's about emotional pattern recognition. It's how women decide who feels safe, who stands out, and who is worth getting closer to. You might forget what you said, but she didn't. Because when a woman wants to understand you, nothing is small talk. It's all signal, and she's catching every one of them. Here's the deeper psychological layer most men miss. When she remembers tiny details about you, she's revealing something powerful. You have entered her private mental space. You've become a data point she doesn't want to lose. That means she sees you not as a moment, but as a possibility. And that is the moment attraction shifts into something deeper. Sign 2. She often catches your eye, then quickly looks away when you notice. Here's where most men brush things off. They think the glance was accidental, or maybe she was looking at someone else. But if it happens again and again, it's not shyness, it's strategy. Women rarely risk direct prolonged interest. Instead, they send test signals. Signals that allow them to stay safe if you're not interested, but visible if you are. What to observe instead? If she locks eyes with you for just a second too long, then looks away the moment you notice, it's because she's testing something. She's not afraid. She's calculating. How do you react? Do you flinch? Do you smile? Do you pretend you didn't see it? That glance isn't random. It's a soft approach. It's how women show interest without risking rejection. Think of it as a silent hello. But here's the deeper layer. A woman who looks away quickly isn't dismissing you. She's protecting the emotional impact you have on her. She doesn't want you to see the spark in her eyes, the shift in her expression, the interest she can't fully hide. If you respond with confidence, she feels safer going further. If you ignore it, she rethinks whether you're paying attention at all. And don't confuse this with regular eye contact. A woman who isn't interested avoids your gaze like it's her job. But when she's watching you, she wants to be caught, just not obviously. That flicker of connection, that microsecond of shared energy, that's where real attraction starts. Here's the psychological truth. Eye contact is the fastest way to trigger emotional bonding. When she risks even one extra second of it, she's revealing vulnerability wrapped in subtlety. And if you can read it, you're already ahead of 90% of men. Sign 3, she mimics your body language or actions subconsciously. Most men don't notice this at all. You're adjusting your shirt and suddenly, so is she. You lean back slightly. She mirrors it, but instead of clocking it, most guys assume it's just timing. Coincidence? Nothing worth thinking about. And that's exactly why they miss the clearest clue in the room. What to look for instead. Start watching how her body responds to yours, especially in calm, ordinary moments. Does she rest her chin in her hand after you do? Does she mirror how you're standing, your arms, your posture, even your breathing? That's not mimicry. That's resonance. It's called limbic syncing, a subconscious way humans bond. When we feel emotionally safe and engaged, she's not copying you. Her nervous system is syncing with yours, quietly saying, I feel what you feel. It's attraction without effort, respect without words, and connection without commitment. Yet when you see her mirroring you like this, don't ignore it, because her body is telling you something her mouth might not have the courage to say. She's in tune with you, and she's hoping you'll feel it too. But here's the deeper truth most men never learn. Mirroring is one of the most powerful biological cues of emotional intimacy. It means your presence has entered her internal rhythm. You're not just someone she notices, you're someone her subconscious is aligning with. And if she's syncing with you without realizing it, she's already far more invested than she appears. Sign 4. She listens intently when you speak, hanging on every word. Here's what a lot of men get wrong. They talk just to fill space. They ramble. They assume she's only half listening because they're not really paying attention to how she's listening. But what to observe instead? Watch her eyes. Are they locked in, not distracted? Is she reacting to your tone shifts? Smiling when you do? Pausing when you pause? If she's doing that, she's not listening out of politeness. She's listening with presence. Women don't give this kind of attention to men they're neutral about. When she's truly watching you, she's not thinking about what to say next. She's tuned in to what you're really saying. She might remember that offhand comment about your childhood or ask about a goal you mentioned 3 weeks ago. That's not politeness, that's investment. And here's an emotional truth most men never understand. When a woman listens like that, she's not just validating you, she's choosing you. Because listening requires emotional effort. Effort she would never waste on a man she doesn't feel something for. She's not hearing your words. She's absorbing your emotional world, your values, your confidence, your wounds, your humor, your identity. This type of listening is rare. It's gold. And if you miss it, you might miss her altogether. Here's the deeper psychological layer. A woman who listens deeply is revealing she feels safe with you, safe enough to lower her mental defenses, safe enough to invest emotionally, safe enough to see you clearly and still want more. When she listens like every word matters, you matter. Sign 5. She asks questions that show she's been paying close attention to you. Most men assume women ask questions just to be polite or keep the conversation from going stale. So they respond casually, missing the depth in what she's really asking. Big mistake. What to appreciate instead. When a woman remembers that specific book you mentioned 2 Fridays ago and then asks if you ever finished it, that's not filler conversation. That's targeted interest. She's not just chatting, she's connecting dots. She's noticed your patterns, your mood changes, the little routines that make you you. And now she's testing how open you are by probing gently without making it obvious. That kind of question isn't small talk. It's soft entry. It's her subtle way of saying, I see you and I want to know more. And here's the quiet part most men don't catch. When a woman brings up something specific, she's actually checking your emotional availability. She's asking, are you present enough to notice that I noticed? If you brush it off, she'll close the door without telling you. But if you match her curiosity with clarity and presence, that's where real connection begins. Because this isn't surface-level attention, it's silent attraction, wrapped in simple questions most guys never think twice about. Here's the deeper psychological layer. A woman's questions reveal the direction of her interest. Casual questions equals polite. Specific personal questions equals attraction. Detail-oriented emotional questions equals vulnerability. Future-oriented questions equals attachment forming. If she's asking questions that show she is tracking your patterns, your preferences, your values, she's not collecting information. She's building emotional alignment. Before we move on to something truly mind-blowing, drop one short word in the comments right now to let us know you're still here. We're building a community of men who pay attention to the details, and you're part of it. Bonus point, she mirrors your emotional energy without realizing it. Most men overlook emotional cues entirely. They think their mood is something private, something she doesn't notice or feel. But when a woman is genuinely connected to you, she doesn't need words. She mirrors what you feel. If you're upbeat, confident, in your element, she becomes brighter, lighter, more open. But if you're tense, withdrawn, or carrying something heavy, her energy will subtly reflect that shift too. Not because she's trying to be polite, but because her emotional space is aligning with yours. This isn't acting, it's connection on a deeper level. You're no longer just someone she's observing. You've become someone she feels. And if she's mirroring how you feel, before you even say a word, you've already crossed into emotional intimacy without realizing it. That's the strongest signal of all. But let me expand this deeper. A woman who mirrors your emotional energy is showing that your presence influences her inner state. This is not casual. This is not surface level interest. This is psychological merging, one of the strongest subconscious indicators that her guard has dropped and her emotions are beginning to move toward you. Her nervous system is syncing with yours. Her emotional rhythm changes when yours does. Her energy aligns with your internal storm, your calm, your confidence, your silence. This type of mirroring means you matter to her mood. Your presence affects her. Your emotional world overlaps with hers. She feels safe enough to let you influence her. Women do not give this level of connection lightly. This is the kind of mirroring that precedes emotional attachment, trust, and even falling in love. When a woman starts matching your internal state without thinking about it, she is already deeply invested, and she often won't even realize she's doing it. But you will once you know what to look for. And as a thank you for sticking with us till the very end, this one was just for you, our real ones. You're the reason we keep showing up, and we don't take that lightly. People who watch till the end are the ones hungry for truth, growth, clarity, and that makes you rare. Let's do a quick recap of all the signs. Number one, she remembers the tiniest things you say. Those little details aren't small talk. They're emotional data she's storing because you matter more than you think. Number two, she holds eye contact, then pulls away fast. Not shyness. Strategy. A silent invitation without the risk of rejection. Number three, she mirrors your body language, her nervous system syncing with yours, the deepest subconscious sign of resonance. Number four, she listens like it matters, not polite listening, present listening, the kind women only give to men they feel something for. Number five, she asks questions with surprising detail, targeted interest, a test of your emotional awareness, a sign she wants to know the man behind the mask. Bonus point, she matches your emotional energy without trying. This is the pinnacle of attraction, where her emotional world begins aligning with yours before either of you realize it. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button to support our growth. It helps more men like you find content that actually makes a difference. Subscribe for daily content that helps you upgrade how you show up in love, style, and self-respect. Share this video with someone who could benefit from it. It might just change the way they read a woman's signals forever. We've lined up a powerful next video right on your screen. Click it and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching. You're part of something rare and we appreciate you for it.